Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to our Tuesday night webinar. Tonight, we're talking about our Veterans Tour here in Punta Cana. So, part of our inspiration is my grandfather, at least my reason for being here. Once My name is Kiera Bush. I am the assistant manager here at VCI. And I'm here because I'm passionate about helping veterans. I'm passionate about giving back to those who have served for us. And again, part of that reason is because of my grandfather, who is in the U.S. Army. So, who all is a part of VCI? So, Veterans Care International is an organization dedicated to helping veterans access top quality medical care abroad. Where Veterans Are VIP is a brand that supports our program. They do this by providing all of our excursions and our unique experiences for veterans. Fundación Punta Cana Care is one of our sponsors. They are committed to helping veterans live better lives. And also another one of our sponsors is Boardwalk Developments. Boardwalk Developments is leading the real estate component and guiding veterans through investment and relocation opportunities. And finally, we have Hotel Las Flores and Wellness Center. This is the main host and accommodation. So they're offering wellness-focused space for veterans and hosting our tour activities. Okay, hello everyone, hello, and welcome to our Tuesday night webinar. Today we're going to be talking about our Veterans Tour here in Punta Cana. So my name is Kiera Bush. I am the assistant manager here at VCI. And part of my reason and inspiration for being here is my grandfather, James Henderson. He was in the U.S. Army. And again, my purpose is to be here to give back to the individuals that served our community. And again, he is part of the reason why. So here, VCI, it is an organization dedicated to helping veterans access top quality medical care abroad. And we have several other foundations and groups that we work with that support us, one of which is Where Veterans Are VIP. They support us by the program supports us by providing all excursions and unique experiences for veterans. We also have Fundación Punta Cana Care. This is a sponsor of the tour that is committed to helping veterans live better lives. Boardwalk Developments is a sponsor that is leading the real estate component of our tour in guiding veterans through investment and relocation opportunities. And then we also have Hotel Las Flores and Wellness Center. So this is our main host and accommodation. They're offering wellness-focused space for veterans and hosting our tour activities. So why Punta Cana? First of all is the stunning beauty. It's the beaches, the warm weather year-round, just the scenery in general. There's forest, there's palm trees, crystal clear water, sand. There's also strong economic growth. So Punta Cana has welcomed over 11 million visitors in 2024, and it's solidifying its status as the Caribbean's top tourist destination. And along with tourism comes safety. So the Punta Cana is a very safe place. With tons of tourists coming year-round, it's a top priority for the area. There's even tourism police that specify specifically in the area that is separate from the normal police in the area. So what is included? Because this is a medical tour, we provide a multitude of different medical services, one of which is our general practitioner. We have chiropractic, a psychologist, psychiatrist. We have our cardiologist. We offer yoga, massage therapy, neurology, medicine. We have an orthopedist. We do gastroenterologist. We have ENT, which is ears, nose, and throat. We have aquatherapy, acupuncture, and more.
Hi, I'm Francisco Lepool.
And then here we have a little bit of a video introducing some of our staff and medical services.
Hi, I'm Francisco Lepool.
Hi, I'm Dr. Marielena Martinez.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mariela Almonte.
Hello, my name is Andrew Sanchez.
I really believe my work can make a real difference in the lives of veterans by helping them feel stronger, move easier, and live with less pain. That's why I joined this clinic, to be part of a team that truly committed to giving veterans the care they deserve.
I was surprised by the level of expertise that was administered in regards to my particular care. I was pleased by the service. I compared it to the service I received in the United States, if not better, because I had more one-on-one time with each one of my practitioners. And I, being a practitioner myself, I was quite impressed by the level of service I received.
So what is included in our tour? We have several activities every night of the week. We have an activity planned. So some of those are catamaran. Our catamarans we have on Saturday. Beach day we have on Friday. Our movie night is Monday. We have dance classes and live music. Those alternate. Those are on Wednesday nights. We have our barbecue / bingo / gathering for veterans. That is on Thursday nights, and it's really a fun time. Veterans from the community come in, and they're able to come in and talk, interact. You build relationships. Again, that's on Thursday night. And we also have sound therapy. Our sound therapy is in the morning on Thursdays.
I actually had a friend.
And then now we have another testimonial to show.
I actually had a friend who thought that this whole thing was a scam and that it was too good to be true. And I'll be honest, I was skeptical myself, but when I got down here, my mind was blown.
So what is included in your stay? First of all, our hotel stay. So when you're staying here, hotel stay is on us. The airport transfer, going from the airport to the hotel as well as back again after your stay, that is included. We have 6 dinners included. So there's one night where we do not have dinner. Transportation for all activities, that is included. Anything that is not on our activity list, you'll have to provide transportation for yourself. Also, you can bring one guest. So this can be sister, brother, family members, friends, grandparents, anybody that you want to bring. However, there are a couple of catches. So first of all, the guest has to be over the age of 18. Over the age of 18. So if there are individuals that need assistance booking the tour and they have a guest coming that is under the age of 18, it's not impossible. However, you'll need to reach out to us ahead of time in order to see if we can provide accommodation for you. Another caveat is that you have to be willing to stay in a bed with that guest as well. So most of our rooms are single bed rooms. There are 2 rooms, however, that have 2 beds, but those are on a first come, first serve basis. So while you are applying to our tour and you're in contact with our help center, if you are requiring one of those rooms with 2 beds, we ask that you come and you book it as soon as possible, because once they're gone, they are gone. Also, accommodation is provided only during the 7 days of the Veterans Tour. So if there are any additional days, like before or after, in which you would like to stay at the hotel, the expenses are at your own cost. Once again, there are some caveats. If there's people that need special assistance, you can always reach out to our team, and we're more than willing to help you and look for a way to make things work.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
So up next, we have another one of our testimonials about the stay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say a definitely 10, and I will be back. I feel great after the tour. I can say I was hesitant at first, but it turned out even better than what I expected. I would tell another veteran, you absolutely need to experience this. This is a great experience, and I recommend it a 10 out of 10.
I felt a little bit more than just supported. I felt this was a safe environment, and it was very helpful.
Hey.
Okay, so now we're gonna meet some of our medical team here at VCI.
Hello, my name is Andres Sanchez. I'm a physician from Dominican Republic. I specialize in internal medicine. In this specialty, we see the patient like a group of signs and symptoms. In this context, the internist focuses his job and keep the control of the chronic disease, prevent the illness, and attend that all the medication and the system of the body be in control. I have 10 years of experience like a doctor. In the last 5 years, I have been in one of the biggest traumatological hospitals in Santo Domingo. So I have too much experience in post-traumatic condition, post-arthrosis, and a complex management of multiple clinical conditions like neurological, cardiovascular, gastroenterology, lung disease, and clinic prevention. When we combine experience, quality, and human treatment, we can achieve the best result. Here at Veteran Care International, veterans are the most important thing. In this sense, being able to become an important point in the care of your health to reduce the pain, limitation, and live a fuller life every day.
Hi, I'm Dr. Marielena Martinez, orthopedic specialist at VCI. I'm from Dominican Republic. I'm passionate about helping people move better and live without pain. I choose this path because restoring mobility means restoring freedom and independence. I really believe my work can make a real difference in the lives of veterans by helping them feel stronger, move easier, and live with less pain. That's why I joined this clinic, to be part of a team that truly committed to giving veterans the care they deserve. That's why these spaces matter so much for the veteran community. We're here to help you get back to doing what you love.
And next up, we have some testimonials. These are from veterans that have came.
You know, the care in VA right now is really being compromised with everything that's going on in the government. And for you to have some kind of consistency in your care, I think this would be a great place to start. Along with the just beautiful environments, you in the tropics, what could be better? The whole medical team was just incredible, from the psychologists in teaching me some techniques, to the physical therapy, to the massage, chiropractic, and the medical doctor giving me a lot of relief from the pain that I came here with.
Actually, I didn't have benefits, so I couldn't come on the tour when I first heard about it, but I initiated my benefits and got them in February, and so I made it here. The medical staff was awesome. This is care that we do not get in the States. And when I say do not, everything that took place here, I've never received before in the 20, 30 years I've been going to the VA.
Over 300.
Actually, I didn't have benefits, so I couldn't come on the tour.
Over 300.
Actually, I didn't have benefits, so I couldn't come on the tour when I first heard about it, but
Next up, we have a video of Meeches. It is one of our tours. It is led by Boardwalk Developments. It is an opportunity for veterans to invest in the land. So for those that are interested in buying property in Punta Cana, this is like a perfect opportunity for you.
Over 300 acres of untouched opportunity. Welcome to Legacy Meeches. Not just land ownership, this is your chance to help shape a premier destination from the ground up. Buy your lot today and build your home in the future with full support from our expert team. Legacy isn't just the name, it's what you'll leave behind. Legacy is your chance to invest in the next Punta Cana. Ready to co-create paradise? Let's build legacy together.
And once again, this is an optional tour. We're not requiring you or pushing you here to purchase any land. Once again, it's a medical tour. So what is not included on the tour? First of all is the flights. The flights to and from Punta Cana are not included. All of the meals are not included. Some of them are, but not all. Like I mentioned before, we have 6 meals that are included, and also breakfast. So for 7 meals, that will not be included in your stay. Transportation for other activities outside of the tour. We can help you set those up here. However, if you'd like to go to maybe a restaurant, if you'd like to do an activity, separate activity from Meeches on Sunday, that is something that we do not provide. However, again, we can help set it up for you. We do not have alcoholic beverages on site. So since this is a wellness and medical tour, we really are focused on helping you grow, helping your mental state. So alcoholic beverages are not here. And then finally, there is laundry. Our hotel offers laundry service at an extra cost. We have a bag in your room. You bring it down to the front desk and just request the laundry service, and then we're able to help you out with that. Is the Las Flores Hotel and Wellness Center. This is where we will be staying for the 7 nights. It is off the main road, so it's quiet. It's in a beautiful area. It's clean. There's swimming pools. We have a nice garden area, and also all of your appointments are also at the Las Flores Hotel and Wellness Center. So you will not be driven off-site for any of your appointments. You can hang out by the pool, stay in your room, and once you're ready for your appointments, you can come down the stairs or walk over to our consultation rooms. What our wellness center offers, other than the 7-night stay, is the shuttle service from and to the airport. There's also a continental breakfast, which is served every morning, and other meals are included a la carte. And we also, like I had mentioned before, we have a pool and a tropical garden. So how are we able to make all of this happen? It is through our foreign medical program. So we work with the VA's foreign medical program, which allows veterans to receive care for service-connected conditions while they are traveling abroad. So good thing about this is once you come, we will have you fill out your foreign medical program form here on site. So you do not need to do this on your own before attending. We take care of all of that once you get here. If you have any questions, you can always contact us at info@veteranscareinternational.com. We can, once again, walk you through everything and answer any questions that you may have.
Start your morning with intention. Sound healing uses therapeutic vibrations to calm your nervous system, reduce anxiety, and promote emotional balance. Follow it with meditation, a daily practice that improves focus, lowers stress hormones, and builds inner resilience. Then, let the water guide your body. Aquatherapy supports mobility, reduces chronic pain, and helps release stored tension, especially powerful for trauma recovery. These are more than wellness practices. They are tools for healing from the inside out.
So those were some videos from our meditation, as well as our sound therapy and our aqua therapy. Here at VCI, we're very focused on our holistic therapy and healing treatments for U.S. veterans. And here again are some more photos. We have yoga, aqua therapy, we have our sound healing, chiropractor. So how do you enroll in the program? So first of all, you are going to register for the tour. You are going to go onto our veteranscareinternational.com website, select the preferred date for your tour, and register there. Once you register, you will receive a call from somebody working with our calling team, and they will help lead you through the rest of the steps. So at that point, you are going to need 3 documents that we require to join our program. We have our disability breakdown letter, form of ID, and then our DD-214. And then after that, you just need to book your flight. Once you book your flight, you are confirmed for the tour, and you are, again, officially confirmed for the tour. Before you book your flight and before you get before you get the okay that you're all confirmed, you are not booked. You're not officially booked, and that spot is still open for other veterans. So again, once you fill out all of the necessary forms, you are going to have to buy your ticket before you are officially confirmed for the tour. And here are our tour dates. We have pretty much every week except for the 24th through the 23rd through the 6th. Here's a 2-week break where we will not be doing tours for the holidays. And before we get to the questions, today we have a guest with us. Today's guest is Francisco de Pool.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Introduce yourself a little bit. Tell us about yourself.
Of course. Well, my name is Francisco de Pool. I'm the clinical psychologist here at VCI. I studied in UNIVE, Universidad Iberoamericana, in Santo Domingo, and did my master's there, my postgraduate studies. I also graduated from JROTC in Gainesville, Georgia, which is a military boarding school. And yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Perfect. Well, I have a couple of questions for you today. Can you tell us what inspired you to focus on veterans' mental health?
Well, what inspired me to work in veterans' mental health? I've been exposed to veterans since I was a senior in high school, like I said, in the JROTC program in Georgia. And a lot of my teachers and my instructors and the people that were in charge of us were veterans and active duty soldiers. And I saw from a very young age, you know, the things that I saw them struggle. And also, I feel like they gave me a lot. You know, they gave me education. The military education gave me structure, gave me, you know, organization that I needed in my life back then. And I just feel that it set like the standards and equipped me and gave me the tools and resources that I needed. So for me, I always feel like they're my tribe, my people. And it's like, for me, it's a way to give back. And I also, you know, have a lot of respect, because it takes a different type of human to commit yourself to something, especially the sacrifice that it takes to, you know, join the military and what it comes with that for the family, for everyone involved.
Definitely, definitely. So when veterans come here to Punta Cana, what can they expect from their first psychological exam?
Okay, so from the first session that once they come to my office, I use evidence-based therapy, which is, you know, basically techniques and the types of therapy that have been researched and have the biggest, let's say, that they work, backed up by research. However, what they can expect is basically somebody that's going to listen to them, that's gonna ask questions about their story so that I can get a better understanding where they come from, what they've been through, their experience in the military. And, you know, it's about creating and giving them tools so they can have a better quality of life.
Yeah.
You know, so give them resources and, but first of all, I think the human aspect of psychology, if you join, if you do this type of work, you need to care about people. So what would they expect? I would say just being in the presence of somebody that's going to listen to them and is gonna do his best to give them the tools and resources to make their lives better.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So how would you say being in a peaceful environment like Punta Cana helps the healing process?
Okay, so here's the thing with our nervous system. When we are in a high stress environment, when we're in an environment that we feel unsafe, and that could be because of a lot of things, politics, the neighborhood that you live in, and just, you know, what we're exposed to physically. It has a lot to do with, how do we feel? So if we're in a high stress environment, if our cortisol levels are high, we're gonna feel unsafe, we're gonna feel on edge, we're gonna feel uncomfortable and tense every day. So the environment has a lot to do with our mental health. So Punta Cana, just the way of living here, I've been living here for 7 months after I started working here at VCI. And in myself, I noticed how my cortisol level or my stress levels lowered. And how did I notice that? I noticed that in my sleep. I noticed that in just feeling calmer and more relaxed. And I think that's what Punta Cana offers, is the touristic capital of the world. I don't know what the competition is gonna say to that. They're gonna agree on that, but Punta Cana is the most touristic place in the whole country. And what it offers is a slow pace way of life. There's not traffic. There's a lot of beautiful beaches. There's a multicultural community here. And I think it's just the best place to heal,
I can definitely second on that one. I've been here for maybe a month and a half, and I've never slept so good in my life.
Punta Cana has it. Punta Cana has it, man.
The sunshine cleared my skin. Can't beat that. So a lot of veterans that are coming are looking to continue their care in the States. Is that something that you are able to help with? Is that something you facilitate?
Of course. I think that's the most important part of the whole healing process, of the whole treatment that has to do with mental health. Our CEO, Mr. Jalen Reinhardt, just started and created the mental health department so we could provide the aftercare service through telehealth sessions. So that means after you go back home to the United States, if you choose to, you can use our service and receive treatment. Continue treatment. So that's not like, oh, we're gonna have a session and then 6 months from now, then you're gonna hear from us again. No, we have a team that is gonna follow up on the appointments, that if you're going through a crisis, we're gonna be able to respond and provide a space in my schedule and the team of psychologists that work with me. So I think healing deserves and needs maintenance and needs follow-ups. And it's something that is continuing because it's an everyday process. So it's not like you're gonna come here 1 week and bye-bye, I hope you do good. No, we're gonna actually provide a continuous service where we're gonna, be able to do an actual treatment over time.
Yeah, and I think that's an amazing thing. I've had a lot of veterans come to me and even thank me just for being there for them at the right time. So we're here for you. And finally, what would you say to somebody who is watching this right now and struggling silently?
Oof, that's you are asking deep questions, Kiara. Thought you were gonna go easy on. If you're struggling out there, I would tell you that even if your mind and your head tells you that you're alone, you're not alone. You have a lot of people. You have people that care for you. You have, because that's what the brain does. It lies to us because we see the world through the filter of how we feel. So when we're feeling low, when we're feeling sad, we might feel like nobody cares about us, that our worth, it tends to make us feel that we're worthless. And it's very hard when you're struggling with all this feeling because all you want to do is isolate. But what I would tell you is that there is help out there, and you don't have to face this alone. Asking for help takes courage. It's an act of being brave, and, that's what we're here for. With BCI and this institution, when Jalen called me, our CEO, he told me how the veterans that were coming here felt, how they were feeling here. And, I was like, yeah, all right. But then I came and I actually saw with my own eyes what this program is doing for a lot of the veteran community. And, it's really moving. It's really special because we provide, a place where you can build relationship. and have a safe space where you can, like a rally point. Like another veteran told me when he described DCI, a rally point, you know, a place where you can come, arm up, rest up, get your rations, get your food, and then get back into the fight with the tools and the resources that we're going to provide.
Yeah. And I mean, everyone comes from different places, different backgrounds, has different levels of support. So it's just important, I guess, to note that we're here to support you, and we have a community here that is filled with love and family and support. And everyone that comes here, their goal is to heal. So, well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
answering
Kara.
our questions today. Thank you for being
Thank
on
you
our
for inviting
webinar.
me. I had a good time. Thank you so much.
Well, now is the time where we're going to look and answer some questions. So, all right. And again, I'm seeing some people, some conversations. If you have any questions, drop them in the chat. We're going through them now. Okay, so this one says, I'm just curious if there are any mental health services and medication, and if they're going to do anything to help me with my sleep and anxiety and without having any medication changed.
Of course, I'm going to answer that.
Yeah.
So in our mental health department, we have a team of a psychiatrist, 2 psychologists, and me, the head of the department. And one of the things that we offer during the week and the medical tour is an appointment with that psychiatrist after you get to be seen through our psychologist team. And we do provide for the medication. We provide for the best medicational treatment according to your condition and whatever you're going through. If you can't sleep, a medication that supports you with that, so you're able, because sleep is the most important thing. You know, it's about mental health. If you don't sleep, you don't rest, you know, there's no mental health without it. So good question. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, and then also if you have medication already that you are on and you have questions about, any of our doctors, even our general practitioner doctors, more than welcome or are more than happy to sit with you and talk you through maybe why you're taking some of these medications, alternatives that you could be taking, any questions at all that you have.
Yeah, so they're going to assess to make sure that you're getting the best treatment that you can possible, and to support you if there's any changes or anything that can make it better.
Mm-hmm. All right. So our next question is, so if we relocate to Punta Cana, will we have access to this facility at any time? Yes, the answer is yes. So our facility is here for your use at any time. We do have a schedule for veterans that are living here, so you'll be able to come in and you'll get your regular appointments in. You'll come in and see our general practitioner doctors. If you have physical therapy, you'll be able to come in and see your physical therapy doctors. All of the doctors that you need to see. And, you know, we also have our pool area, our aqua therapy, any of the meditations or any of our activities you want to join, you're more than welcome to come in and join when you're living here. So the next question, can we go to the facility and get some stuff and get some ideas for houses? Do they base it on the passports or something else? So, like I'd mentioned before, Boardwalk is, we have a couple of staff members that are able to show you around Punta Cana and help find, if you're interested in relocating, find houses as well as other opportunities for you to move here. I think that's what that question is asking. So yeah, once you're here, we can straighten that all out for you. They take you on tours of the area, possible apartments, villas, houses, anywhere that you're interested in staying. The next question says, how often can we participate in the program there in Punta Cana? So as of right now, it is one tour per month. So you can come for one tour per month. All right. What time should we arrive and book our flight to leave? So check-in is on Tuesdays. All day on Tuesday, we have our drivers going back and forth to the airport. So you'll just send us your flight information once you have it. And that's also what helps you get confirmed. And once we have that, we will be there to pick you up once your flight lands. And then when you leave, also the following Tuesday, since it is a 7-day tour, we have that transportation for you once again at your flight time. Our next question. So we do not pay for any medical out of pocket, right? I know in some cases with the FMP program, you pay first, then they reimburse you after. Just want to make sure that is not the case. So no, it is not the case. You are not paying for any medical services. The only money that you'll need to bring is for those 7 meals that we are not providing, as well as if you need to get anything from the store once you get here, if you're looking to buy any souvenirs to bring back home with you. Yes. Right. The next question. I am confirmed for the 11th through the 18th, November 25th. Will there be a Zoom meeting up for those coming that weekend? So if you have any questions, you should be, if you're already confirmed, you should be in contact with someone from our team. And if you're not, you can always send us the email. Our email is on our website, and somebody will call you to follow up with you. There is not a Zoom meeting, but if there is any information that you need, you're always welcome to reach out to us to ask any of the questions that you have, and that calling team should be able to answer them all for you. The next question, are pets allowed? Will I need a medical referral from a local VA? So are pets allowed? I need to double check on that one, and maybe if Margarita is in the chat and can help answer that. But we can circle back to that question later. The next question, are medications prescribed for the veterans? So yes, as we had mentioned before, there are medications that are prescribed after meeting with our psychiatrist as well as our general medicine. Once again, we're looking at the whole point of view, the care that you have received and the care that you need in order to best help you in your situations.
Yeah, like Kiara said, so basically there's an assessment based on the previous treatment that you had and based on what they see on your consultation, the psychiatrist, she's going to provide the best treatment possible, and we're in charge of getting those medication and giving them to you.
Yeah. Okay, so the next question, will this affect our current disability rating? Will we know in advance what appointments and therapies we will receive based off our current service-connected disabilities, or is it a general, everyone has the same therapy and wellness treatment? So this will not affect your current disability rating. Each of our medical plans are based off of the individual's disability breakdown letter. So we take the time, we look piece by piece to see what you as an individual need, and that is how we create our medical plan. We try to have those a week in advance. However, as more and more veterans come, schedules sometimes change. Yes. Food cost. So food cost in the Dominican Republic. I've had several veterans come to me before because a question that commonly comes up is how much money do I really need to bring for out-of-pocket costs? A common answer that I've heard from veterans that have came on the tour is around $200. And again, that depends on the individual. It depends on what you are coming and eating when we're going out, when we're taking you out for meals. If you're eating lobster, obviously you're going to want a little bit more money, steak and lobster, versus if you're eating different meals. But around $200 is usually enough for the food as well as any of the extra things that you may want to get while you're here. Okay, the next question, should I bring a list of my medications? How far away is the facility from the airport? So when you are here, the doctors will ask you for a list of the medications that you're currently taking. It'll be a part of your consultations with the doctors. So if you have a list of the medication, I think that would be very helpful. Some veterans also bring their medications with them, and they're able to sit down with the doctors and talk through that. And how far away is the facility from the airport? It's around
30 minutes.
30-minute drive.
Yeah, 30-minute drive.
So
yeah, like Kara said, basically, as much information as you bring, it's better. And you're going to be seen by a general practitioner, which is going to be doing the referral to mental health or to whatever specialty that you need.
All right. Next question are, what are the dates for 2026? So we have January 6th through the 13th, January 13th through the 20th, January 20th through the 27th. So starting January 6th, we're going every week until March is how far we have planned out now. At that point, we're going to reassess some things, look at what we're doing, and make sure this is how we want to continue. But as of right now, it's every week starting January 6th. The next question. Hello, does the treatment provided at your facilities override the treatment provided stateside at VA facilities? So no, it does not. It's completely separate. So the care that you receive here, unless you email us and request a sheet of the tests and all the treatment you have been receiving here, it will not follow you back to the States. I don't know if that answers your question. So it will not override any treatment that you're already getting in the States. And I just saw the answer in the group. Yes, pets are allowed. Once again, if you have a pet, you're going to want to communicate with your calling group just to make sure that everything is set up for you. Next question is, what happens if after the flight is booked, there is no vacancy? So we do our very best, our callers, to immediately notify you if you were somebody that was interested in an upcoming tour as soon as it is booked out. And it happens pretty quickly. We've been booking out fast, so the best thing to do is to get everything ready and prepared ahead of time, and then to also clearly communicate your plans with the caller that you're working with. Next question is, will you have all my VA notes for past treatments? So kind of answered this question a little bit earlier. What you're doing in the States is also different from what you are doing here. So if you bring that information with you, our doctors here will assess things that have happened in the past, and also during your consultations, once again, that's something that you'll talk about with your provider. At that point, that's when we create a plan moving forward that's best for you and your situation. And then once again, if you request that information, when you leave, you're able to take that back with you to the States and communicate that with your primary doctor. Next question, is this a 7-day or just for the weekend package? This is a 7-day tour. So we have our medical appointments, and we have our medical appointments on 5 days of the tour, and on the weekend is when we have our catamaran, we have all of our fun stuff going on, and once again, we have activities planned every day on top of having those medical appointments. So next question, for the meals not provided by you, where do we eat, on-site or off-site? Places to eat on-site. So for the meals not provided by us, we have transportation to local restaurants. We have Dominican food. We go to an Italian place. those are just a couple of the places that we have gone before. We also have the option to eat on site if you are not wanting to go to a restaurant off site. Here at the hotel, we have a menu with prices and a small selection of food. So what rating should a veteran have to participate? So there is no specific rating that you need. We are here to help all. Based on your disability breakdown letter, however, we do look at the specific conditions listed in order to treat them. So, does the hotel offer vegan, plant-based options? So if you are vegan or you are on a specific diet, such as like a pescatarian, again, that's something that you communicate with your caller ahead of time, the person that's working with you. And then at that point, we are able to accommodate for that so that we are in communication with the kitchen and able to make those changes to make sure that you have food to eat. Next question is, should we convert American currency to the local currency used in the DR? So the local currency here is the Dominican peso. On one of the days that you are here, we go to the grocery store. The grocery store is called Jumbo, and there is there's a place that you can change your currency from US to Dominican pesos. We also offer those services on site. So once you are here at the hotel, you come to the front desk and we can also help you that way. If you'd like to convert it before you get here, you're also welcome to do that as well, but there are several opportunities to get that done here. Okay, I have another note from Margarita. Our dates are available until June 2026, and we are currently working on adding more dates. Next question, does it get colder and what month and days? So I would say that right now is probably the coldest it's going to get in Punta Cana. November, December. I would say that August is probably one of the hotter months, August and September. But cold is saying maybe 80 degrees, 70 to late 70s, 80 degrees every single day. So it's always warm, it's always sunny weather, it's always beautiful here. But those are the cooler months, I would say. Another question, are credit and debit cards usable in the Dominican Republic? What type of clothing should be brought? Okay, it's a good question. So are credit and debit cards usable in the DR? Depending on your credit card, I know that Discover isn't taken here. Most places take other credit cards. I would just make sure to communicate with your credit cards and debit cards before coming here that you will be here, because depending on your credit card, there might be foreign transaction fees, but they are usable in the Dominican Republic. And what type of clothing should be brought? So clothing that should be brought are for our activities. So like I said, we have our catamaran on Saturday. That's going to be a day on the boat, in the water, in the sun. So swimsuits, sunscreen, hats, any clothing that you may need in order to enjoy that. We also have our Miches tour, which is in the countryside, more mountainous. So I would get shoes that would get dirty, maybe long sleeves, longer pants, because if you're riding a horse, bug spray. And then for normal day-to-day activities, I would say, whatever you're comfortable wearing in your consultations. Our rooms have air conditioning, but then also remembering that you are in the hotel as well, so you can be at the pool in between. So just comfortable, like light clothing. You're not going to need any heavy jackets or anything like that. What if we are a group of 3 vets? How easy would it be for us to be grouped together when we request our dates? So I would say that you can communicate that again with your caller. However, if you're 3 vets, the best thing to do would be all kind of be on the same page and know like when you are going to book your flights and turn in all of your paperwork together. Like I said, it's first come, first serve. So if we run out of space and maybe one person had already registered, however, another person hadn't, yeah, so I would just say to stay on top of it, communicate it with your calling team. Maybe they'll be able to help you. The cost, the next question is, what is the cost if needed to stay a few extra days? Margarita, if you're in this chat, can you please answer this question for me? It's something that I don't know the number right off the top of my head. I think that's something that you communicate with us ahead of time and we're able to give you a quote. Again, if it's for reasons for attending the tour, like sometimes our flights that we need to take come a day earlier than Tuesday, so maybe they come on Monday. Once you communicate with us, we're able to work through that with you. And yes. So is there any shopping facilities or restaurants within walking distance? So there are not any within walking distance. However, Uber is widely used here in the Dominican Republic, and I would say that there is at least a mall within 20 to 30 minutes away, and most Ubers don't cost more than $6. So if you're going somewhere that far, it's not expensive. And again, we have free time. Our activities are not required, they're optional. So if, for example, you didn't want to go on the catamaran and you wish to go to the mall instead, you're more than welcome to do so. Or if you have any free time in your schedule when you're not in appointments, that's something that you can do. Oh, and also, sorry, there are restaurants that are a little bit closer than the mall, which is the shopping center that I was referring to. So again, a couple of dollars and an Uber, and you can get to a lot of places in the Dominican. Okay, so here is another answer from Margarita. She said you only have to be service connected. The percentage doesn't matter. So that was for the question earlier, asking what percentage you needed to be at. It should be a part of the tour. Do we have a currency exchange? Yes, we have a currency exchange. We have one in the hotel, and we also take you to a place that has a currency exchange. So next question, what if we have new conditions that are not listed on the VA breakdown letter? Can we still be treated? So we make your plans based off of that disability breakdown letter. If you are able to get in contact with the VA and get an updated one, or if you need help with that, someone with our calling system is also able to stay on the phone with you as well when you're talking to the VA. You know, once again, we're here to help. So if there's conditions that start or something happens while you were here and you need to be treated for it, we can help you with that. However, the best way to go about it is to get that disability breakdown letter updated. Next question, are there ATMs on site? No, we do not have an ATM on site. However, we have that currency exchange. So another question, what type of clothing is recommended during treatment sessions, i.e. PT, massage, therapy, etc.? So, I mean, for those specific ones, I would say just lightweight clothing, any like shorts, t-shirts, anything that you feel comfortable moving in. Those are all good options. Is there parking on site at your facility? Yes, there's a small parking space for cars. I would say maybe it holds 9 cars at a time. Okay, so Margarita also just added into the chat, if you need to stay extra days, please communicate with our support team just to make sure we're able to confirm availability, because we do have a tour that comes in before and a tour that comes in after. Next question, how far is the beach? There is a beach within 15 minutes of us. So we have a beach day on Friday, and that's when we're going to be taking you to the beach, as well as like a beach dinner. However, if you want to go to the beach on your own, once again, we can help you organize that. We can help you get an Uber. Yes. So next question. I have other conditions that is not service connected. Can I still be treated or get some type of advice? Absolutely. We are here for you. We're here to help you, depending on what those conditions are and what the treatments may be. It'll be a little bit different from person to person, but we're definitely always here to give you advice and help you in any way. Like I had mentioned, if you have any questions about medication that you're taking, something that's been going on, our doctors are all ears. We're here to help you, and however much time you need as well. Okay, last question. How are the roadway conditions overall? So our roads are pretty maintained and well taken care of. That's not to say that there aren't some places where there may be potholes. I would say that the best option would be to get around again via Uber or our drivers on the tour, just because driving in a new place is, especially when you're not used to it, is a little bit different. Yeah, so once again, if you have any other questions, you can add them to the chat now. And I think we are all done. So again, thank you everyone for coming today. We have these webinars every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. So thanks for showing up, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, Guy, for being here. Take care.